Welcome to Spiritual Vacancy, a podcast to help fill your spiritual void and to find your inner light. We talk about all things spiritual, metaphysical, and the unknown. We have topics including psychic mediums, Reiki, tarot readers, ghost hunting, and so much more. We thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy today's episode. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that y'all are listening in today's episode. And today I have a new guest. Her name is Sophia. She is a channeler, she's a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner. And thank you, Sophia, for being here today. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so where do you live? What part? You're on the East Coast.
I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Central Florida. So I'm by Tampa,
Oh,
Florida.
okay, you're not far because I'm in Myrtle Beach. So I'm in
Oh,
South
okay.
Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, you're not far at all. That's amazing. I love
No,
that.
so we actually met on TikTok. I did a
Yes.
video wanting to interview people because I want to branch out into different avenues or people that I have never interviewed before or topics. And you are a new topic for me with the channeling and the hypnosis. And I can't wait to hear your story about how you got started in all of this. So, can you kind of take us back to the
Yeah.
beginning? Okay.
Sure. Sure. I will try and make it short
You don't have to
because I
be
feel
short.
like, because it's always like it's not just one thing that happened. It's like a
No,
whole life.
girl, tell it all. We got all. Don't shorten it. You tell it.
Well, I guess it goes back to, yes, it goes back to when I was a child. So I very much remember when I was about 6, I was sitting there looking at my hands and I was like, what am I doing in this? Why am I in this? Like, I remember this feeling. So, needless to say, I've always been odd and weird. And then like not like everyone else. Right, but we try and make it, we try and be like everyone else, but it doesn't work. So, and there is a story when I was little. I remember when I would come up to my mom and I like put my hands, mom would be like, oh, this hurts, and I would put my hands, and I always thought that she was just playing along, and she was like, oh my God, it doesn't hurt anymore. I always thought she was playing along. And then in my probably 30s, mid 30s, I was like, I'm gonna try Reiki. Before I did hypnosis, I was like, I'm going to try Reiki. And when after I did, and I asked my mom, I was like, was it true that I was, helping you guys, like basically healing you? She's like, yeah, it was true. It really did help. And I was like, why didn't you guys do anything with it? She's like, we didn't know what to do.
They're like, you're just coming up with your hands. We have no idea.
Yeah, we didn't know. Like, yeah, it works great. Like, it really did work. So, I guess in reality, I really searched for something my whole life, right? So whatever was given to us or was told to us was never didn't sit well with me. I'm like, there has to be more. Right. And yeah, kind of like in my early 30s when I started, I mean, I tried the religion route, then I did the religion, didn't work out for me. Right. And I was like, there has to be more. And I was on YouTube, and Dolores Cannon is the one who came out with QHHT. She came out with quantum healing hypnosis technique. And her video just pops up. So if you put it in YouTube, Dolores Cannon, she passed away in 2014, but there's a bunch of her videos there, and she talks about the information that she received through her hypnosis through her clients. Right? I think she wrote like 17 books as well, and there are an array of different topics like ETs. If you want, we can go in there. Right? Or the life, death. No, hold on, life between. I forgot what the name of the book. But it's
That's
kind of
okay.
like talks about the circle of life and death, right? So,
Right.
and she just popped up, and I will start listening to her, and I was like, this makes so much sense to me.
Mhm.
It just made sense. And then I started reading her books, and that I think that's where my conscious awakening started. Right before, it was just searching for something, and
Right.
now I'm like consciously awakening.
Right.
Right? And when I read her books, I was like, I want to do that. Like I want to help people. I want to find out interesting information because part of the session is past life regression. So that's always interesting. But
Mhm.
our goal is to reach the subconscious. She called it the subconscious. I kind of called the higher self.
Mhm.
So the part of us, the all-knowing part that we have, that is our compass that guides us. Do we hear it? We might hear it. Do we listen? Not always, right?
Right, right. We usually don't.
We usually don't. But yes, that's how it kind of my journey started. But it still took a couple of years for me to actually work through my fears to take the course, go to the school because her daughter still has the school. It still continues. And I truly believe that I did take a mediumship class.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
I'm not good like you, no.
Oh,
But
yes,
you know,
yes.
I just recently saw your video about, it being called a gift. But you're right, everyone can do
We
this.
all can do this.
We all can do this. And when I took the course, it was a year long, beautiful course. One of the days she's like, let's try channeling. And it just was a click like this. It was so natural for me. And I truly believe it has to do with hypnosis because I've been hypnotized so many times. And part of it, when you allow your subconscious to come through, you kind of move your conscious mind a little to the side.
Hmm.
So I've moved it so many times, right? Because, you train with other people, you swap sessions, right? So my conscious mind was like, okay, bye. and and then I got my guides came through and started speaking, and that's how my channeling started.
Okay, can I go back? Because I want to know, you said it
Yes.
took a while because of fear. Was
Yes.
it fear within yourself, fear within spirit, fear of just trusting what you get? Because I think like a lot of times, well, women and men, the fear of being judged or trusting
Mhm.
or, putting yourself in a space where it's like, do I really belong? What was your fear, if you could kind of describe that?
So I would say all of the ones that you mentioned. So
Okay.
one was okay. I grew up in a very in a family where you become a lawyer, or my sister's a lawyer. Another one is an architect. I was trained as a see, I already forgot what was that? An accountant. It's like a different lifetime now.
Right.
It's like a different life.
Right.
Right? I was trained as an accountant, so that's what I was grew up with. Like you need to have a solid career,
Right.
right? So
Right.
doing something like this, and this is odd, and this is weird, that's not what we do, kind of thing.
Right.
So that was one thing. And obviously, what will my family think? What would everyone I know say, right? Because it was weird. Now it's no longer weird to me, but back then it was. So it took me about 2 years to work through my own fears and be like, you know what? I really feel like I am called to do this. I want to do this. It's constant work with your own thought process,
Mhm.
right? And slowly opening up to those that are around. And I think the hardest one was my grandfather because he could not understand. He's very science based. So
Mhm.
I used the love card because I was like, Grandpa, I was like, I know you love me.
Right.
Even though I've never heard him say that, but I was like, I know you love me. And I know part of when you love someone is you want them to be happy. And this makes me happy.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I won him over. So when I talked to him, so from that point on, he's a business guy. He has his own, business, and he's had it for many, many years. So now when he talks to me, he's like, how's business? How's your marketing? Do you have ad? Like this is what we talk about. He doesn't ask anything else. He's like, is the business good? Good.
He's still on the business side of it, but
Yeah.
it's true because it's not like the textbook work, right? Where you could go up the corporate ladder, or yes, I got these degrees, so now I've made it. And in this line of work, it's continual education. It's continuing working on ourselves and getting, more knowledge and better advanced in other subjects too, like branching out into different areas that maybe we're not familiar with, but because we have that sort of core foundation in our spiritual journey, we're not as scared as and have that fear as we first did, where now we're like, well, It is what like I'm
Yeah,
not scared to fail anymore because it is what it is. It's just fun to try new things, you know?
that's true. Yeah. I feel like I'm still a little bit scared to fail, but I'm more of like, okay, but I trust. I
Right.
trust.
You got to trust. And then it
I
always
trust.
ends up fine. It always
Yes.
ends up good. And I'm so glad, like, that's so cool that you would have your hands up, like, you're already doing Reiki on
Hmm.
your loved ones at the age of 6 and not even realizing it. You just are already doing it. And then when you said that you had already been hypnotized several times, was that through your development or was that something that you had done prior to even starting this journey?
So this was done after. So once I started school for the hypnosis school, right? So this was more of as I was going through, I guess, training. Right, you meet up with other people who's doing the training, and you're doing sessions on each other just to train a little more. Right,
Okay.
so that's in that sense, yes, yeah.
Did you
Because
find,
channeling came a little later. Like
okay,
hypnosis was first, and then channeling came like I think like 2 year difference. I think.
okay. Did you find working with other people doing the hypnosis, was there some people kind of easier to work with or hypnotize or get information and others were just like hitting a brick wall?
So yes, it really depends. And this is the easiest way I can explain. So let's say well, specifically QHHT a session takes 4 to 6 hours, and I always tell people the
Oh,
biggest time we really spend on making sure the conscious mind, right? This
hmm,
is it. We're speaking over the conscious mind, right? The
right,
conscious mind feels safe and understands what's going to happen because yes, there's different types of hypnosis. The one I do, we don't force people into anything,
right, right.
right? So if the conscious mind does not want, we're not going anywhere. So I have to create trust. I have to make sure that the client feels safe, right? So it's like there are people that are just more open, right? And it's definitely easier. We call it going under, right? So, and other people are a little bit harder, but it's okay. We're all very different,
Right, right,
right?
definitely.
If you ask, because you asked like hitting a brick wall, I wouldn't say that, but I also realized doing this work is that when people come, they come. So the universe sends them for a reason.
Right,
And if and even if because my goal is to reach the subconscious, and even if we don't reach the subconscious, they already received what they came for.
right. Yes.
Right. So I've
Yeah.
had like clients who especially men, it's difficult for them to open up sometimes,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? Because it is an intimate session. So I've had clients who would not necessarily fully open up as I'm talking to them, conversating with them. But once we go to the subconscious or once we do the regression part, because the first part of the session is past life regression. And I've had people, men specifically, who would just cry for like an hour straight because now they feel they can actually open up, right?
Hmm.
Because we do have this, our culture created this facade that men need to be this and
Right.
they
Oh,
can't,
100%.
boys don't cry, good girls
Right.
don't cry,
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
So I've had those sessions where a person would cry during past life regression, but would not allow the subconscious to come in. But then when they come out, they're like, "Oh my God, I feel so much lighter." Because guess what? You literally
Hmm.
came to me to cry. And
Right.
I'm like, I'm glad I was able to help you with that. Right. So I always believe that people receive exactly what they need
Hmm.
at during the session.
Yes. You know who needs your session? Your grandpa. He
Yes.
needs to
He
come
will
see
not
because
do it.
I know, but he's the person that needs to do it. He
He would
probably
not do it.
no, I know. No, but you're right. Men are they need so much healing. Men do, and they will not admit to it, or they will not receive it, or
Mhm.
it's hard to get them into a place of healing in any, even Reiki or anything, right?
Yes.
To come do it. And once they do it, they love it. But you're right. You're
Hmm.
100% right. Men, like you said, they cry the whole hour during, a whole hour during your sessions. But that's got to be such a healing release, what you're
Yes.
doing for
Yeah.
them because you just changed their life.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because sometimes people will come back or write me something back. Because once you release, it's kind of like you let it go and something new comes in, something exciting comes in, right? Like
Yeah.
usually right after.
Yeah. I'm so fascinated by this. Okay. So then you channel too. So you
Yes.
channel your guides and their guides, or can you kind of describe how you channel when you work
Yes.
too?
So when I channel, I leave consciously. So it's kind of like, I mean, the only example I can give, I mean, there's a few channelers out there, famous ones. I mean, like you've seen Bashar when Bashar channels.
Yes. Yes.
So it's similar to that, right?
Okay.
Not Bashar. It's Daryl Anka channels Bashar.
Yeah.
Similar to the
I know
point
what you
where,
mean.
like, I'm not, I leave, right? Kind of consciously. And my guide is very much male. So he's not like me, right? So, it's not me. So my guide usually comes first. He's very protective.
Okay.
He's like, I'm stepping in first. And then whoever I'm channeling for, their guides are all, they're all there.
Oh yeah.
They're all there.
Oh
So
yes.
yeah. But my guide prefers uh to speak through me if a client will ask, and sometimes people do ask, and they'll specifically ask, can I have my guide speak? Because they feel closeness to them. So
Okay.
yes, so my guide will step aside, and I do allow for that to happen. But I've channeled ETs before, right? Because sometimes our guides are not necessarily human.
Right. Right. Oh,
So
can you talk about that at all? Or
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the only thing is when I channel, I don't remember much.
yes.
So I'll just whatever I remember.
Perfect.
So I've had this one woman, beautiful woman, I was channeling for her, and she did not. One of the things she was saying, it just felt from her, she didn't feel like she was home here on Earth. And when I was channeling for her, it's like a whole family came in,
Oh
but
wow.
not human family,
Yeah.
right? Her galactic family came in and they were speaking with her. So the way I don't know how it sounds, but to me in my head, it sounds like their voices are like reverberating throughout my whole head. Like my guide is
Oh,
different. They're more like throughout my whole head, and I can feel it feels differently when they come in. There are a lot more, how should I put this? Not, I want to say robotic, but not really. There's no emotion necessarily. But at the same time, you feel there's so much knowledge. So
yeah.
that's the only way to explain it. And they gave her beautiful messages to help her stay here, right. So, that's about all I remember from that session.
Right.
But I just remember she was very emotional, and it is a very emotional session, right? When you're finally connecting to your people.
Right.
Um, but yeah,
That's so cool. I totally believe in aliens and ETs and anything of the outer world. Because I mean, I'm like, there's got to be more to life than just us, right? Like, that's crazy if we just think about us. But so when they book a session with you, right? Do you do it only in person? Is it
I do it
online?
online.
Online?
Well,
Oh, you
QE.
do.
So hypnosis, if we talk about hypnosis, that's
Mhm.
in person only.
Okay, gotcha.
So channeling I can do online.
Ah, very cool. So you could do Zoom sessions or online through over the computer
Hmm.
for your channeling, and then hypnosis is only in person,
In person
right?
only.
This is
Yes.
so fascinating. So was it when you first started realizing you could channel, right? Did it scare you? Or because a lot of times when people channel or think, not when they do, but when they think about channeling, they're like, oh, that's so scary to allow spirit to
Hmm.
kind of come over your body. Do you feel like they're coming over your body, or do you just hear them in your head, like you said, where it got real powerful? Like they're not actually overtaking you, right?
No, 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 no. I can still do stuff. No, no, they're not overtaking me.
Right.
So it feels more like there's someone on your head,
Okay.
kind of,
Uh-huh.
right? And different beings feel differently as to how they come in. Some feel lighter, some feel like it's like just someone on your head, sitting on your head. And some are lighter, it's more like tingling.
Okay.
Yes. So when I started channeling, funny enough, I don't think I even thought about because so here's my view. And it's always been this way. And I know there are people who say um, there's negative entities and this and that. My view has always been no one is allowed around me who
Mm-hmm.
is not from love and light. It's not even a question. Like it's not even a thought in my mind. What if?
Right.
Right? I'm
Yes.
like, I'm always right.
Yes.
I'm always taken care of. I'm always protected, right? It's not
Mhm.
even a question because mm, once you question, your frequency goes down,
Yes. Yep.
right? And
Yeah.
that's when I look at it as an elevator,
Right. And
right?
right.
Your
Uh-huh.
frequency goes down, and those who are lower frequency are like, oh my God, let's get on this elevator. And I'm like, no, you're not allowed.
Exactly. And you're also manifesting it. You're bringing it. If you're constantly thinking about negative entities, I mean, what do you think you're going to get? Our thoughts and words are so powerful,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So when I started channeling, I wasn't scared because I was like, I know it's my guides. And then it was validated to me. And then that's about kind of it. What I did have is, as very human, doubts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I know it's really not me, but then somewhere in my head I was like, am I making this stuff up? Like, but I'm like, but then I had it, right, but then I had training as a training. We did a little bit of training. Like, I don't know these people. Like, it's a person in
Mm-hmm.
front of me. I don't know them, and whatever the
Right.
guides are telling them matches, and they'll
Mhm.
tell them like this was very quick. This one client asked me, well, not me, asked my guide what her guide's name is, and it was a female guide. I can't remember what the name is. And when I came out, she's like pulling up her shirt, and I was like, "Well, what's happening?" And she's like, "Oh my God, you don't understand." She showed me she has a tattoo of this mermaid, and the name of the mermaid is the name that the guides told her.
Oh, wow.
There's no way I could have known this.
No, no, that's so freaking cool. That is so cool. But you don't remember it, right? Because when you're channeling, you put your mind aside. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
not
mean, I'll
this.
remember a little bit afterwards. Like it's
Right.
kind of like, and if you remind me, you're like, oh,
Uh-huh.
remember they said this. Certain
Yes.
things may stick, but majority will not. But like this, I remembered. I don't remember what the name was, but this I remembered
Yeah. Oh,
because it
yeah.
was so bizarre. And so there were doubts. There wasn't fear necessarily, but they were doubts. I was like, am I good enough?
Right.
Right? It's
Right.
always that, am I good enough?
Yeah.
Um, and I think sometimes it even because I've been doing this for channeling about 3 years.
Okay.
So it still comes back sometimes, and then
Yeah.
I have to be like, nope, I know, because so much information has come through now, and I like no way I would have known this.
Yeah, I think that's like so normal though, like just our human brain kind of getting in the way, like our own thoughts, like the doubt, should I be doing this? Is this real? Like what is, am I crazy? Maybe not,
Right?
but I think it is normal like for people listening that we are still doubt ourselves even if we've been doing it for years or a day or however it might be,
Hmm.
like it's not easy because it's not tangible, it's not something you can just touch like your family, it's not that book you can pick up and be like, okay, well, I did A to Z, so now I'm good, and it's just not that way.
It's not, and you know when you because you do it consciously. That's why I like channeling because I did mediumship course. I can do mediumship, but my mind was too much in the way.
Right, and
Right,
it's easy.
this way I let it go, and I'm like, whatever comes through, because when you do it, that's why I admire mediums so much, because you're deciphering it, right, and
Yeah.
you're able to pass it on,
But what's funny
right.
is I don't remember my sessions at all. I have no memory of it because my
Yes,
logical brain is over here in a basket and I just am channeling, or well, not channeling, but I'm
you are
talking to
channeling,
spirit. Yes,
but I feel like
similar.
it is like channeling.
It
Yeah.
is, I'm just talking to their loved ones, but I don't
Hmm.
remember unless I watch videos back or
Hmm.
my clients tell me, "Do you remember when you said this?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." But thank you for telling me because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
really don't remember saying anything because I always say it's not my story to tell. It's not my
Yes. Yeah.
life. It has nothing to do with me, right? So yeah, it is very similar on how you just kind of move your mind
Hmm.
to the side and let them kind of flow and see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Right.
See what
Yes.
happens.
Yeah.
But I think
And
it's
you
fascinating.
never know. I love the fact that I'm like, my conscious mind can never even think of what's possible.
Right. No, it's so cool. And I love what you do. I love the whole channeling thing and the hypnosis and like all of it. I could feel like tingles on my body as you were like talking. Being like, oh, I can only imagine what it's like in her room when her putting, in that 4 hour hypnosis state. I'm like, that
Yeah,
has got to be like such a magical feeling in your office.
it
Might have to
is.
take a trip
It
down to
is.
Tampa to see you. And be like,
You
I
should
need a
come on over.
I know, be like, I need this, like, I need what you're offering, because I mean, you are rare. In the world of like mediumship, you are the first person I have come across that does what you do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
interesting. I
yeah.
love
I'm
that.
actually going to my first, which I guess would it be similar to trance mediumship?
Yes. Yep.
Channel? Yeah. So I'm going to
Yeah.
my first trance mediumship event
Hmm.
um this Saturday coming up, and it's local in my area, but I never heard of them. I don't know what exactly, so I'll let you know like the
Nice.
experience.
I want to know. Let me know. Yeah,
I
I
will
want to
let you know
know.
because I saw the ad for it and I was like, okay, I got to do it. And then I met you and I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm meeting like people that do trance. I just feel like a lot of times when I say trance, people get so scared of it. Oh, they let them take over their body or they
Hmm.
let them do this. So I love how you described it like, no, you're still in control, even though your channeling is just right here.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
I love that because that takes the fear away from it of, oh, spirit took over your body or spirit's now your voice. You know what I mean?
I feel like it has to do with a lot of movies that we've seen.
Yes, yes. All the scary movies that they put
Yes.
the fear into everything with everything we do, whether it's psychic mediumship, channeling, anything.
Yeah, really anything. And like I love when they're trying to like put fear about extraterrestrials and they're like, "Oh my God, they're gonna take over." I'm like, "Do you realize how smart they are? They really wanted us. They would have done it like a million years ago."
Exactly. They're
We're
like,
not
what?
that smart. Yeah, really.
They really don't want us. They're like, no, those people are so dumb. Like, they're like, no, we don't want that population. Like that will lower their vibe. They're like high fiving.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're good. You know how you're talking about that elevator?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
aliens are like
Yeah.
with us regular people in there. They're like, we're good. We're okay.
Like you guys just keep on killing each other. We're not into that. We're
Right.
good.
Oh,
We'll
right.
wait for you guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, this has been wonderful. So, if you could give somebody like a piece of advice in their journey, or someone starting out, whether it's Reiki or any
Mhm.
modality of this type of work, what would be something you could give them? Just any kind of piece of advice that you learned on your journey.
Oh my God, there's so much. Um, um, well, no matter what, if you are a healer, right, you are facilitating healing, don't forget about yourself.
Yeah.
It's very important that even the healers need healing,
Yeah.
right? And just remember, universe always sends us things, right, to notice, right? We call it, we call it triggers, whatever it is, right? It's there to invoke an emotion in us
Mm-hmm.
so that we stop and look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Right.
good.
So, but there's a lot. There's just so much that you learn from, doing something like this. And as well, right? You learn what life is all about. You
Yeah.
stop being scared of dying,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
like my grandma died in May. I was so happy because I'm like, oh my God, she did an amazing job here. It was a difficult life. It was a difficult, long life. She's done. I'm like,
Right.
you go, grandma. And I'm like,
Right.
right?
That's a good way to look at it, though. A lot of people
Yeah,
wouldn't look at it that way. And you're like, go live on, because she's still around you.
yeah,
Don't leave.
yeah.
They're just not in pain anymore or suffer or what, however their lives were when they were physically here.
Yes.
But I love that.
There's nothing there because there's so much we have so much emotional baggage that we carry.
Right. Oh yeah.
right? And like one of the things that I also learned is through doing channeling, mostly that's actually even through channeling, not necessarily through QHHT, but through channeling, I learned that our whole childhood is really just there to prepare us. So it's like, imagine it's like preparing the soil for the flower to grow, right? We
Right.
had this contract that we decided that we wanted, or certain lessons that we wanted to learn.
Right.
And when I say we, right, it's not the conscious mind,
Right.
right? It's the soul or oversoul that wanted to learn,
Yeah.
right? So we're coming in and there's a whole list. And guess what? Your parents, everyone who's around you, whoever brought you up, was there to prepare you to learn all of those things,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of them are not pleasant,
Right. Yeah. A lot.
right?
Yeah.
But they're meant, it's kind of like preparing the soil, giving you all the trauma, like giving you all the emotional baggage so that when you're grown, guess what? Now you get to actually, now you are in charge of yourself, right? And
Yeah.
you can make decisions and decide, I no longer want this
Right.
limiting belief. Does not work for me. Thank you. Right. This limiting belief is not allowing me to have a good romantic relationship. Right. My belief in the fact that I'm not worthy or whatever it is, not worthy of love or whatever it is. We have all of those beliefs is not allowing me to move forward and be happy and joyous,
Yeah.
right? So that's the soil is there, but now we as grown-ups have a choice. We can choose to grow. We can choose to work on our emotions. We can choose to let it no longer rule our lives, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, those are all really, really good. Like those are all like everything you said was wonderful. And then I was like, now I want to go back. I could probably talk to you forever. Now I want to go back and be like, the thing you said where you're like, I'm not afraid of death anymore. Were you
Mhm.
actually afraid of dying or death prior to your awakening? Like, was it
Yes.
a thought that you had all the time?
Well, it's not necessarily thought all the time, but it's kind of always there, right?
Right.
It's like, well, what if? What if I get into a car accident? Oh my God, what if? What if the plane crashes? Well, what if, right?
Right.
And if you have kids, that's like, oh my God, my child is going to be left alone, right?
Hmm.
And now my thing is, well, one, he has another parent, great, right,
Right.
that loves him. But also, I'm like, you know what? That's meant to happen for some, because a lot of times what we don't understand is our children, we see them as small
Hmm.
because they're always babies. I saw a picture of your son, right? He's a big man now, but you see him, he's like he's still your baby, right?
Yes.
But in reality, behind every single small child is a very old soul,
Yes. Yes. I love that you said that. Yes.
right? So they
So
also came
true.
here to learn, right?
Hmm.
So whatever happens, and I know it's hard for us to
Hmm.
kind of allow them to have their own experiences in a way because we want them, I don't know if there's this belief in us that we want our children only to have bliss and joy and nothing else, but then there's no learning,
Correct. Right.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Or we're hindering them, probably. We're probably
yeah.
hindering them to experience certain things or even put fears in them that don't even belong to them. They're like,
Mhm.
are like if you see like someone that has really bad anxiety or they are scared of death, you can also instill that into your children that didn't even have that from the beginning, but it's our emotions and our stuff that we kind of
Yeah.
put on them subconsciously, right? But they're like little
Yes.
sponges and they pick up everything when they're little.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what we call ancestral trauma,
Right.
right? We got to pass something on.
That's what I'll tell my son. I was like, it's in the book. It's in the blueprint. You're
Right. There
supposed
you
to have
go.
this trauma. Just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We do our best. The
Yes,
same
we
as our
do.
parents did. They did our best.
Yeah,
So that's all we can do. We can only do our best.
that's right. Yeah, definitely.
And I
But
sometimes I joke and I say if my child will not as he grows older, if he won't complain to his therapist what a horrible mother I was, did I really do my job well then? Like, come on.
that's a great way to look at it.
Well, because I mean, I don't know what he would even have to complain about. Because
Probably nothing.
probably
Probably
nothing.
nothing.
Right? So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Well, okay, so if somebody wanted to book a session with you, obviously some listeners do actually live in Florida, so I'm hoping
Mhm.
they will book like an actual in person with you at some point. But if somebody wanted to book a Zoom, what is your website, email, or how could they find you to get with
Mhm.
you to schedule their session?
So my website is Sophia Lifshitz,
Okay.
qhht.com.
Okay.
And if you want to find out a little bit more and you don't live in Florida necessarily, but you're like, oh, I want to do hypnosis. So you can go to qhhtofficial.com, and that's the official website of the school, and just look for a practitioner near you. So I just want to add this real quickly.
Yeah.
There's different levels of practitioners. So there's an intern, level 1, 2, and 3. So I'm level 3. I've been through the whole thing. But what I will say, if there's no level 3 practitioner near you, please don't overlook level 2, level 1, and interns, right?
Mhm.
Interns do sessions for free, right? They have to receive. So, yes, they'll have less knowledge, right? But you will be, it's an energy exchange, right?
Mhm.
It will be, you'll be doing an amazing thing, helping someone out. And if, your funds are low and they're available, do it, right? They might not necessarily have a, mm, a lot of experience, but they know what to do,
Yeah.
right? The same as level 1 and level 2s, right? I was a level 1 at some point. I'm grateful for those who still, came to see me, and I was a level 2, right? Before I became a level 3. So
Right.
just there are options. That's what I
I
always
didn't know
say.
that. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful that you can just look it up in your area. But if you guys are in the Florida area,
If you are,
or
please do come over. Yes.
please, and also
Yes.
book her on Zoom too, because you can do a
Yes.
channeling session with her as
Channeling, yeah.
well. So please follow her on her socials. Also, you can email her, go to her website, whatever it is, and I'll also add that in the captions
Mhm.
too. So that way, if you
Fabulous.
guys need to know how it's spelled, it will be in the info part of the video, as well as I'll post it on my Facebook as well. So it will all be there to where they can find you. And I thank you so
Amazing.
much for
Thank you.
talking with me today. I loved it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you
Well,
being here. It was fascinating. And I want to thank all the listeners. Thank you for listening in today. And we hope that y'all have a beautiful day. And namaste.